payment without relevant supporting documents, amounting to 21,062,199 naira 82 kobo. Now, it was observed that the stated amount was paid for contract without necessary documents, and relevant supporting documents such as contract agreement, tax clearance certificate, certificate of no objection, pension certificate, quotation of bidders, and bill of engineering, measurement and evaluation, etc. They responded by saying that the observation is well noted. Contract agreement, this was handled by the legal department, and the head of legal in custody of the document was not available at the time of the audit. Quotation of the bidders and bill of quantity. The project in question has a price bill of quantity provided by Federal Ministry of Power and Housing, Development of Public Buildings and Housing Development, which bidders are to rely on in accordance to the instruction provided in the general condition and preliminaries, which the center rely on awarding the contract. Now, the recommendations, sir. After the auditor evaluated their response, they recommended that the executive director, that is the chief executive officer, should be requested to provide justification to the Public Account Committee of the National Assembly for spending the stated amount on various items without relevant supporting documents. 2, recover and remit to the Treasury the sum of 21,062,199 naira 82 kobo, or forward evidence of remittance to the PSC, or otherwise sanctions relating to regular payments specified in paragraph 3106 of the Financial Regulation 29 should apply. That is the first one, sir.
I read the other one too, please.
Okay. Now, the second one is violation of e-payment policy of the federal government, amounting to 5,454,570 naira. Now, the audit observed that the sum of the stated amount was not paid directly to the beneficiary, contrary to the extant regulations. And from the center's Give Me payment platform, these payments were made to bank accounts other than the ultimate beneficiary that were named on the paid vouchers, in violation of the federal government e-payment policy. Now, in their response, they noted the response, but added that the Office of the Accountant General for the Federation, having considered their peculiarity nature and character program on Give Me, the center's activities with respect to nature and character, to payment of overhead expenditure items through the employee payable model. How the model operates, that is, those are the conditions and the peculiarity they considered. That is how the model operates from the center platform on Give Me. The role player clicks employees payable with a drop down. Click the employee payable, drop down. Is it an English typographical error? Sorry. Then batch on the platform at this point, only overhead expenditure items and list of the center staff appears, okay, on the dashboard for selection as responsibility officers. As a result, other service providers such as PHCN, courier services, diesel, and payment for clearing materials cannot be paid directly. Okay, cleaning materials cannot be paid directly to the final beneficiaries or service provider as a result of GIVME's program limitation stroke implication. Now, after the auditor evaluated the response, they recommended that the executive director should be requested to account to the PAC of the National Assembly the stated amount, be it in violation of e-payment policy of the federal government. Then secondly, recovered and remit to the treasury the stated amount. After they do that, they should forward the evidence of remittance to Public Account Committee of the National Assembly, or otherwise sanctions relating to irregular payments and failure to spend public funds effectively specified in paragraph 3016 and 3115 of the Financial Regulation 29 respectively should apply. I so submit, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. General. Over to you, Director. Mr. General, put on your microphone, please. Your response, please. Let's start with issue 1.
Distinguished Chairman and Member, may I use this opportunity as a privilege to respond to the queries raised in respect of issues 1 and issue 2. Issue 1. As a director and the chief executive, sincerely appreciate the work of the audit team and their passion and the overall conduct of the audit work. The center most respectfully draw the attention of the chairman to issue 1, recommendation statement with particular reference to the sum of 21,062,199.82 on various items without relevant supporting documents. The capital project for the year 2021 has only one item. And for ease of reference, we have exhibited here and marked as A on pages 1, on page 36 of the document. 2, interim decisions taken and actions are always taken to preserve the subject matter, which is the rest. And such decisions are taken in the best interest of the parties referred to here. That is the host government, Nigeria, where it permitted us to operate, and the center. The background is simple. The said property was handed over to the center, located to the center by the host government in a dilapidated state. See attached and marked B for ease of reference on page 49. The center invited the Department of Public Works.
Somebody please give me, sorry please, a hard copy of the general's the Auditor General report, 2021 in reference. I have a copy in my office. You can pick it. I can't find yours. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Now, this was done in pursuant of the fact that in every public building, the instruction requires a body wanting to benefit.
This is the building in question?
Yes.
All right.
Must obtain an evaluation in terms of bill of quantity and everything related to it. And we now pursue that. We applied through the Office of the Attorney General, which is the principal appropriate authority in respect of the agreement, and the Federal Ministry of Work in Public Building. They evaluated it and gave us the building.
Start first.
So
the application you did is page what? The application you did to the Office of the Attorney General.
no, we only got the report, which
You said
is
you
contained here.
applied.
We applied, and
You
we
used
got
that?
it done.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
That was the expression. You said you applied. I'm saying, where is that application? Do you have it in your submission here?
No, we do not. What we submit is what the work the public department did. That is the bill of quantity.
From the Ministry of Works.
Yes.
Okay, you have that here.
Yeah, I have it here.
Oh, okay.
They are on pages 37 to 48.
37 to 48.
Yes, particularly 48 is the summary of the entire bill of quantity and every other thing associated with it. Yeah. Now, yes, detailed documentation of the property and the bill of quantity, which extract is that and marked as C. The property was to be used as the Arbitration Institute. The Federal Ministry of Work document was presented to the Federal Ministry of Finance via the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation for execution. But the issue of envelope, what was budgeted and what was released.
Just a moment, please. I think my colleague wants to guide you. Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, I want to take it as a rider or reference to your question. How did you involve the Ministry of Works before they did the quotation, the bill of quantity? Did you communicate to them? If yes, where is the letter that you wrote them that this is a building given to you and they should come up with a bill of quantity or any other document that you took to Attorney General of the Federation? Where is the initial primary source letter that you wrote from your office to them?
Director, let me protect what he's saying. You see, we work by records here.
Yes.
So when you make a claim that we wrote to, what you should just do is a copy of the letter is attached on so page. We got social response on so place. The copy of the response is attached to so place. They said we don't have this. We have it. The copy it helps you to you understand to flow in defense of the query. So that's exactly what the committee is asking that you do.
Yes, I appreciate the question. It's well-founded. Because in the flow of documentation, when I made the claim that we applied, yes, it's a proper question. The only thing that did not come to mind was to bring that letter to exhibit it here. What we thought would have served the purpose was the bill of quantity under their own signature, which they provided, and that we attached. Okay. So it is our own error.
We take it that the application you said you made to them is not available. We do here, but you did do, so you can still provide us with that copy.
Yes.
Going forward, and then we have the response. That response is the bill of quantity. The
Yes,
response to the
that
application
letter, yes, sir.
is that bill of quantity. Okay, which you said is here.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
also,
sir.
Chairman, the bill of quantity has it's signed but without date.
Okay, where is it, please? Can somebody project it?
Yes, there's no. Yes, so
It's
it
on
can
page
be
what, please?
starting from page 37. 37, 30, up to 40 something, the bill of quantity. Yes, so they're supposed to have signed and put date so that we know that the bill of quantity, you see it on the screen. So one knows which bill of quantity is being submitted here.
Maybe the date is on the last page of the document. I saw May 2018 there. They put a date of May 2018 at the end of the document. That is on page 49. No, page 48. 48 with me here. Mr. Chairman, sir. So is this the relevant document, sir?
It's relevant.
So you got this in 2018. All right. Let him continue. Continue. Mr. Chairman, sir.
So unfortunately,
I want just a moment. You can please take note of your observation, Honorable. Let him just land his thoughts. Yes.
unfortunately, during the period under review, a national competent authority, that is Lagos State government, in their routine checks of buildings, made an observation that that building, we need to put it in place or it will suffer demolition.
You need to do what?
That they need to either finish that building and put it in shape for use or should be brought down. So we have no option than to, since we want to establish the institute to boost the activities of the center, that is Arbitration Training Institute, we felt it is compulsory that we have to finish that building and put it in shape. Now, during that time, the decision to stay action or to allow property demolition become a central issue. And so we decided to take necessary action in a situation to avoid the waste of cost to put on it to bring the property to the stage, and also the attendant embarrassment and negative publicity that will cause the host government, Nigeria. The center is assuring, as an assuring institution, which enjoys global recognition and patronage. The issue here we are trying to raise is that in Nigeria, and I'm saying it without any fear of contradiction, all of us are aware of the PI and D issue. I addressed the federal government on that issue ever before that thing came up. I said, people are using these government contracts to flash money in foreign lands. And therefore, we should be able to do something. That led to even the national policy now that is on board on arbitration. Now, when this issue came up, do we now demolish this building or we use it? I felt that under the immunities conferred me, I can take certain decisions for public interest purposes. Because I can never be a director there and sit down over a situation where I will bring down the image and prestige of this country. I can't do it.
So what did you do?
In the circumstance, we have to call on the contractors that were duly registered with us and available to get the job done. And
the job was done?
Job was done.
Okay, just wait. We will get to, you know, that's the final stage. They are always, I'm glad you are a lawyer. We have a condition precedent to so many things that we do when it comes to contract. And the Auditor General is interested both in the process and the outcome. He's interested in both the process and the outcome, because the law that the Auditor General watches over are laws that stipulate what the process should be so that we can have a desirable outcome. Yes. The allegation here is that you do not have you did not make available these documents. Contract agreement, is it available? Yes or no? If it's available, show us. The tax clearance certificate, certificate of no objection, pension certificate, quotation of bidders, and bill of engineering, measurement, and evaluation. So just take that trajectory. You understand, sir? And say, no, the Auditor General is wrong. We fulfill all conditions precedent to award this contract. It doesn't matter. You may award the contract to the best of human beings. You might not have wasted money. You might not have stolen money. But if you have violated the process that the law stipulates for the execution of a contract, it will still be a violation of the law. You understand, sir? So take us through, just address yourself to the issues raised by the auditor so that you don't spend too much time here, sir. You understand? So where the first thing is, maybe you show us the quotation, maybe you had an advert, or you apply for a certificate of no objection. Just show us from your documents where those things are.
Yes. Now, in the exit meeting, when the auditors came, they observed that these documents, as outlined, were not available, and we do not supply to them. Then we told them, clear them that the head of legal is in charge of this contract, so we bring in all
the head of state
regularization. Yes.
Head of state?
No, no, sir. Is the head of procurement. Head of procurement. At that time was bereaved.
Of your own organization?
Yes. Was bereaved, and
who is the man now?
So those documents.
He's the head of procurement.
Those documents that they said we should regularize, we find it already attached when we provided to them.
Did you advertise to call for bids for this contract?
Given the urgency, the answer is no.
Right.
I cannot mislead this House.
Did you get the certificate of no objection from the PPP?
We do not. Urgency situation will not allow that to, because if we waited.
Just wait now, wait. Does the law allow you to award a contract without one of the two, without either competitive bidding or receiving an approval from PPP? Does the law allow you to do either of the two?
The law, yes, an exception can occur in a situation where an emergency demands for it, if it is for public interest.
So what does the law now say? Let's even wait. We know the definition of emergency, but let us pretend that we agree with you. That building was an emergency. So what does the law say, even if it's an emergency procurement and you have to do it, what does the law say you should do to cure the effects of not doing the advert or asking for a pre-authorization?
I think by the advice of the Auditor General is to regularize, and that we did.
What is regularization?
Regularization is putting the process that those documents that were not there available to make it available.
No, see, what document? When you say the document, what document?
The documents are the contract agreement, tax clearance.
So all those ones came after the execution of the contract?
No, not necessarily after.
Director, are you familiar with the Public Procurement Act 2007?
Yes.
You are familiar with the provision?
To some extent.
To some extent?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying, that if, according to you, number one, this procurement does not fall under the category of emergency procurement by any stretch of imagination, it does not. But we are saying that let's assume it does. And because of that, you didn't advertise, and you didn't get a certificate of no objection. What were you supposed to do after that?
Well, the situation could have been to suspend, and perhaps if I suspend it, maybe
Let me listen to you.
they can demolish the property.
Don't worry, Director.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I have a little observation on the document, especially the bill of quantity.
You're on the bill of quantity?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
you have already passed that
before then, we established that they do not have the tenders process at all. There was no tendering and there was no objection. That one is clear. You don't have that.
No. We do not apply that.
So you can talk about, they say they have the bill of quantity. The bill of quantity is one of the things auditors said they do not have. But they say they have. But they didn't present it to the auditors.
bill of
Auditor,
quantity.
they didn't present it at the time of auditing.
They didn't present it.
They did not, we have, but was not presented at the time when they are doing the audit.